Happy new moon. Hey loves, where are you? How are you? How are you feeling? It's a new moon in August. It's a new moon in August and 2020. And what a year we have had. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay. So this new moon energy is a wonderful time to do a little check-in. The dark moon, that time when we can't see the moon in the sky, is often used as a time to go internal, as an inside place. And we go internal with a purpose, with a reason, and it being that a time we can reflect, time that we can reset, reflect on what has been this last moon, and then reset ourselves for the next moon cycle. And so one way that you can do that resetting, one way you can do that realignment is to do an oracle card spread. And a spread with the purpose that we're coming up with an intention for how do I want this next month to feel? What is it I want to sow the seeds of now that I can grow into over this month? And so reflecting on what has been can help you to identify what feels like it's been missing, perhaps. You know, have you wished there was more moments for peace? Have you wished there was more inspiration or fun or play or community connection? What would you like more of this next month? And that way, by setting an intention at the beginning of the month, in this internal time, you can then give your attention, your energy, your focus to that during the month ahead. And actually, with your consciousness, plant those seeds and then bring your awareness, bring your energy each day back to how did I create more peace in my life today? And if I didn't, how could I have allowed more peace to flood through my days today? And that way it gives you this anchor that allows you and reminds you what it is that you're wanting to grow into for the month. And then the reason that I like to use cards when I do this is because it feels like I can tap into a deeper wisdom and a deeper knowing to help guide that intention. So if my mind were setting it, it might set something that feels more like a goal. Like this month I want to achieve blah. This is what I want my life to look like. And it feels very driven from what I would say is like an egoic, like what my human wants to create and unfold. And we are human, we're having a human experience. So having passion in your life, feeling purposeful, feeling that there's meaning for your life, it's all super important. And when it's coming from a really heart aligned place, there's more depth to it. And there's a willingness to show up to life in a different way that comes from that deeper place of what if just in existing I am making a contribution, and if that is the case, how can I contribute more to those around me, to who I am, to the planet? And it might just be by bringing more love through your physical being and allowing yourself to be in a more loving place all the time. So with that, I use the Oracle, and I've picked this little pocket edition of Isis today. I have so many card decks. I love them. Seems one thing I have no problem spending money on is Oracle cards. However, I've got the Alana Fairchild Oracle today. I have done 2 previous videos of this that I haven't recorded properly when I was using the IGTV app. So, and for those I was using a tarot deck, but there's a lot more words and background and everything. These little pocket ones just have a very simple message on the back. So I actually thought that's going to be much easier to share with you in a video like this. So Alana Fairchild's Isis Oracle. So I would put the cards on my heart. This is how I do my little ceremony about it. And the thing about ceremony, it sounds like, particularly for the culture that I'm from, you know, ceremonies feel like, oh, we have a ceremony when people get married, or people die, or births, really significant events. And I've been learning from an amazing Hawaiian teacher and also from another beautiful teacher more about how to make more of life into a ceremony. When you see a rainbow, that can be a ceremony. And what it's really doing in having a ceremony around something is you're bringing your awareness to the magic that is available in that moment. You're really allowing yourself to engage with the world around you in a really intentional way. So everything can be a ceremony. Everything. You can make your coffee and that's a ceremony. Anyhow, I've gone off track. So the way I make this into a little ceremony is with my attention and my intention to allow for wisdom to come through from that inner space. And to do that, it doesn't need to take a long time. Some people might like candles, some people might get some crystals out and make it a really beautiful space. And if that works for you and if that's what you enjoy, go for it. You can't overdo this. You know, do what feels good and inspiring for you. But for me, I actually just like everything to stay really super simple. As soon as I start thinking about how I can make it beautiful, my head gets in the way. So for me, actually, the best way to keep it simple is just to place the cards on my heart and really tune into this moment. And my favorite declaration for tuning into the moment is something I learned in Dan Millman's book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, which is a great book, by the way. And so the phrase that I love, the declaration, the words that I love is, I am here, it is now, I am this moment. And I've used that a lot to tune into the moment, so instantly I can feel my whole energy become more expansive when I do that. It really feels like I'm connecting beyond my physical body to the air, to the energy around me. And so then I would call upon the wisdom of the oracle. And I believe that using a deck like an oracle can allow us to get beyond our mind. I already covered that. So to do that, I might simply say, I call upon the wisdom of the oracle to offer me insights that allow me to tune into my intention for this month ahead with love, with gratitude. I ask that the message that is most aligned with my purpose, my mission at this time, in this moment, guiding me for the next steps, the next month, and how I am to show up. Now I want to just add that I'm going to expand that to open this card to be an offering to anyone watching this video at any time across time and space. May the messaging reach you with exactly the insight that you need to know in the moment that you are most aligned to receive it. Always calling on this wisdom, that it be in the highest and best for those receiving it, and as always in the highest and best for all beings everywhere. And then I would just cut the deck and I would see what the oracle has sent to me, which feels really, really aligned. I usually know when it's good for me because it gets this reaction. Something's shifted, something's moved, and I've actually got an emotional connection to the response, to the message. So this is the rising sun. This card says it's the rising sun. Show you a little closer. And the messaging is a dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness and persistence. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. So take from that what feels good for you. Rising sun, how are you, the rising sun, for this new moon month, and how can you let the seeds of that idea of this new consciousness that could be born within you allow your intention to emerge from that. And with that, I will leave you. I hope that was helpful. I am here to be helpful. If it was, please do let me know, and I can make sure I come back next month and offer you another message for your new moon. Sending you all so much love. So grateful for you to watch this and explore this with me, and I will see you soon.